Hey everyone, Blade Ninja 009 here, and this is my 8th review on this channel, and I'm going to be reviewing Angel Beats. Now, Angel Beats is a very interesting anime in that it's very unique. The whole concept of the story is that it deals with death and second chances in life and what ifs, a lot of what ifs. The main character ends up waking up in a schoolyard, having no memory of what happened to him. He ends up finding that there are a lot of people like him in the same regard, that they just end up at this school without having any memories of what was going on. And he also ends up learning that there's a threat to all these people called Angel, who apparently can kill them and be the only one that can actually kill them. It's a very peculiar series when it first starts off, in it that almost seems kind of like a parody of a lot of those slice of life type anime, because I mean it does have a lot of the high school elements. It tries to do that very often, but you'll always feel like it's not exactly the typical slice of life. And as the series progresses, it does actually explains what's happening to the main characters. And when that happens, Angel Beats becomes one of the most drama-filled, tearjerker anime I've ever seen in my life. So think of it almost like this. Think of it as one half comedy, and then the other half, I don't want to say sorrow, but I want to say drama, and filled with a lot of moments that really make your heart actually feel sorry for these characters. And I'm not going to go into that with spoilers, because I really don't want to do that. But, because I'll tell you, it is one of the, Angel Beats has to be one of the easiest spoiler-filled anime that one can review. I mean, the first 3 episodes alone, if I were to review them in depth, which I noticed a lot of people try to do, you spoil one of the biggest plot reveals of the whole story, and you can't take it back once it's spoiled. It's there. Animation for it is very solid. It's done in a way that it looks very, very, very bright. Like, a lot of the characters have very bright colors to them, and the scenery is very bright. And what they do is that any character that's not one of the main characters, which you run into occasionally here and there, have a very dull and muted character color palette to them. And there's a reason for that, and I think that was actually pretty good of how they did that. It lets you focus on the main character solely. Now, probably the only gripe I have with Angel Beats is that the main 3 characters you see on the cover are the ones that take, I don't want to say the most of the story, but they do take a lot of the story. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of side characters, and all their side characters have stories that are explained via one episode, little bits of information, all that. But I think if this series was a little longer than 13 episodes, it probably could have done a way better job with the characters. But because it's only 13 episodes long, you have where a lot of the characters kind of fall into this that category I explained before, the sided character category, excuse me. And they can't pull themselves out of it. So, and here's the funny part, is that most of those characters are very funny, and you'll actually probably like them more than even the main characters, but you'll never really get that much backstory on them. You'll get just enough that you understand why they're where they are, but that's it. Nothing else. So if I had to review Angel Beats, though, I would give it a solid A-. It's actually a very, very good series. The plot is very unique. It has its cliched moments, but for the most part, those cliched moments are handled so well in the series that you almost forgive them for even existing in it. Now, I'm sorry for this. This is going to be a short review, because really Angel Beats is one of those very spoiler-filled anime. And I think to get the most out of it, you need to watch it. So, again, my final score for this would be an A-. So my question of the day is, I was originally going to ask if you believed in heaven or hell. I was going to ask that, but I feel like it might be a little offsetting to ask a religious question on this channel. So, my probably question for everyone would be, who is your favorite character in any anime you can think of? I'll let you guys have a top three if you can't really, boil it down to one major character. But who is your top three or top character in any anime? Anyways, guys, as usual, until we're paths cross again in the next review.